Let's go for a hike down to the Grotto. Right here on Let's Hit the Road Jack.
What's up, YouTube land? I just wanted to say hello to all the Queen's Army out there. Keep supporting, keep marching. We're about to take over the world. But in the meantime, are you ready? Let's hit the road.
Welcome everyone, another edition of Let's Hit the Road Jack, and today's adventure brings us back to Circle X Ranch just outside of Thousand Oaks, California, kind of near Malibu in that area. But Circle X Ranch, same place we hiked last time on my last video. You probably saw it on my channel, the Sandstone Peak hike, and that was quite an adventure. You can check that out on my channel right now. But same area, about a mile down the road from that location. We're here to go on a hike called the Grotto. And this is going to be a really cool hike. Beautiful scenery out here. Nice, cool day. Only a couple of cars here, so it should be nice and quiet. Don't have to worry too much about social distancing and stuff like that. Not too many people out here. Last hike I did, there was a lot of people, but it was a Saturday also. And apparently that's a much more popular hike than this one's going to be. But first thing we're going to do is stop here at one of these picnic tables and grab a little breakfast. This is going to be fun too. Let me show you a couple cool things I got. All right, I think we're going to grab a spot at this. This looks like a new table. Check this out. Wow, not a bad location to eat breakfast, huh? Wow, can't beat the views. This is why I love hiking. You get out there, there's no noise, there's no people, there's no traffic, and you can get out of your apartment and get away from the people shooting fireworks directly over it all night long while you're trying to sleep. Stop it with the fireworks, people. Cut it out. Anyway, I know 4th of July is coming, but stop it. Anyway, we're going to have some breakfast here. And as you know, when I go hiking or camping even, I like to bring these dehydrated food packs. I got ourselves a breakfast skillet here, shredded potatoes, scrambled eggs with sausage, peppers, and onions. These are really tasty, lightweight, easy to cook. You just add hot water. And but a lot of the hikes, I do have a little skillet, like a little stove. It's a small little thing. You can put a pot on it, and you put a little burn cube in it, and it'll boil water. The problem with that is a lot of these areas, as you can see behind me, this is all dry grass, especially in the summer. And lots of fires. Just a year and a half ago, the Woolsey fire came through this whole area, and a lot of destruction. Burned down the town of Paradise. Entire town burned down. It was awful. So anyway, a lot of fires are now prohibited. They do have little grills out here you can use, but I needed to come up with another way. Like, if I'm very careful and safe about it and there's not a lot of people, I used to just bring the burn cubes anyway and do it in dirt or something where it won't catch things on fire. But you have to be worried about if other people are going to see you, or a ranger might see you. You're not supposed to be doing that, and things like that. It's just very stressful. So what happens when I go on other hikes, I don't end up eating all day because I don't want to be burning these cubes in front of people and everyone's going to freak out, right? Because they don't want another fire. So anyway, I needed to come up with another way to cook food, and I found this thing online called Barrow Flameless cooking system. And I'm like, wow, how does that work? So you add these little packets. This is a package of 10 of them into it, and they're activated by water, and it works in a similar way to how those hand warmers work. These get a lot hotter than hand warmers. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. This will heat water to about 98 degrees Celsius, not quite boiling, but obviously enough to burn your hands. You don't want to do that in your hands. But it's activated by water. So anyway, let's check it out and see how it works and cook us a nice breakfast skillet before we get our hike started. Let's check it out. Okay, everything you'll need to cook your food. Some water. Of course, your little thing, I'll show you that in a second. Measuring cup for the water. Of course, your food. And this is your little packets. I'll show you that in a second. Also, I brought these little oven mitt kind of things so I can handle it when it's hot. But let's open it up. I'm going to try and do this one-handed here because I'm holding the camera as well. But we're going to open that up. And then this pot comes out. This is where you'll put your food or water or tea or coffee or whatever you're making. I'm just going to boil water in it. So that's all I'm using it for. But here's where you're going to put your heat source. So let's check that out. All right, to try to make this easy, I've already measured out the water here. I needed 1.25 cups, 1 1/4 cups of water. And in this is your heating packet. I've already opened it. I'm trying to do this one-handed. But you pull out your heating pack here. There's 10 in there. And there it is. So we're going to put this in the plastic one on the bottom right there. Get rid of that. And then if you look closely, I don't know if you can see this on camera, there's 2 little lines on the bottom right there. So we need to fill it up to the top one. There's 2 different sizes of heating packs. I got the bigger one, which is better for cooking food. So we need to fill water up to that line. Let's see if we can do that, and then that should activate the heat. Ooh, there it goes. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. So then we're going to put our water right on top of that. And then the lid. And it says to let it go for about 7 minutes, and then I should have nice piping hot water. So through the magic of editing, we're going to go 7 minutes later. Here we go. All right, through the wonderful magic of video editing, it's been 7 minutes, so look at it steaming. That's cool. Nice hot water. That is really cool. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to take the water out, and then we're going to get our food cooking. All right, after letting that hydrate for about 10 minutes, it's ready to eat. And man, this is looking good. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, it's got sausage, peppers, cheese, eggs. Let's check it out. And it's hot. Oh, excellent. Even the bugs want some. Very good. That's super cool. So it's easy to use, it's lightweight, easy to throw in your backpack, and when you're done, you just let it cool off, and you take that little packet and you just throw it out. It's disposable. Don't need to worry about it. So anyway, that's really cool. I really like it. Anyway, I'm going to finish up this breakfast here. Breakfast skillet. It's very good, tasty. I'm going to finish up that breakfast skillet. We're going to head down to the trailhead and get our hike started down to the grotto. Let's check it out. All right, we're getting started on the Grotto Trail, and I always pack enough food and water for a whole day, even on a short hike. This hike should take about 3 hours, 2 hours. not counting stopping for food and stuff. But I always pack for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and enough water to drink and cook with. And that will be for a whole day. The reason I do that, that's why I have this big bag, but the reason I do that is in case I slip and fall, break an ankle, break a leg, or break an arm, or you never know. I've got enough food. I can ration it out if I need to last probably 3 days. But it's plenty of time to get until another hiker comes along to help me. So that's why I do that. You never know. Sometimes I use all of it on a longer hike. But if I ever do a really... Wow, look at these wildflowers. Wow. That's awesome. If I ever do a really long hike, I might plan to pack for 2 days of food and water. And then, again, I can ration that out for as long as I need to do. Anyway, like I said, this hike is a little less than 3 miles round trip. Now, normally when you start hiking someplace, you're going up to a peak or up somewhere. This hike is all downhill until we get to our destination. It's an out and back trip, meaning I'm going to take the same trail to return to the car that I'm on right now to get down there. But so this descends down into the grotto. It's going to be beautiful. I'm already enjoying this hike. It's wildflowers, birds everywhere. And so once we get down there, then it's going to be uphill back to the car. Now it's rated as a moderate, so it shouldn't be too bad. A little less than 3 miles round trip, so a little less than 1.5 miles each way. Not bad at all. And anyway, let's continue on our hike down to the grotto. Let's check it out. All right, this is the Canyon View Trail, but we're going to continue going straight on the Grotto Trail, which goes to the grotto. So, wow, this is beautiful. Beautiful views, a nice little canyon, little stream running down towards where we're headed to. So this is a wild mountain in the background, just beautiful. Anyway, I wanted to do this hike a few weeks ago, and what had happened was I was getting up out of bed one day, and I have this recurring back injury. And once in a while, when I twist just a little bit wrong or something, boy, oh boy. So that happened, and it still hurts, but it takes weeks for the pain to gradually get back to where I can tolerate it. But I had actually packed the backpack and got dressed and started driving out here, and just sitting in the car seat, you know, the bucket seat when you're driving, was very painful on my lower back. And I said, you know what, if I can't even drive or sit in my car, how am I going to go on a hike up and down hills wearing a backpack. I can't do it. So I turned around, went back home, and so that was about 3 weeks ago, and I've just been lying in bed trying to heal my back for the last 3 weeks. It still hurts, but it's better than it was. I can deal with it right now. So that's just something I have to go through every now and then. I'll twist wrong or bend wrong, and then I can barely walk for a few weeks. And I know what it is. It's a disc in my lower right spine, and nothing I can do about it. But anyway, then after that, it got really hot. We've had really hot weather. This is perfect weather today. I think the forecast said a high of 72 or 73, and just beautiful. Cloudy. As the day goes on, I think these clouds are supposed to burn off, but the temperature's perfect for hiking. So, and anyway, we're going to continue on this trail, and look at this view. Wow. So again, just like on the last hike, you can see a lot of the burn damage. Late 2018, the largest wildfire in recorded history anywhere was right here. It's called the Woolsey Fire. And I think that's the same fire that burned down the entire town of Paradise, California. Not paradise for those residents. And just a lot of awful destruction. But you can see the remnants of that fire. And this trail, this whole park here was closed for from that November until July of last year when it reopened. And look at this. Wow. Look really closely, you can see Mr. Lizard there. Blends into that bark. I almost put my hand right on him. This is interesting. We saw earlier the little stream that was flowing downhill. Here it is again. But in between, if you notice, it looks dry as a bone for a large part of it. So this water must be traveling through some sort of underground network, or underground caves or underground streams, and emerges here. That's pretty interesting. And it continues downstream. All right, here we are at the grotto, and some people made their way down into the cave down there. I'm not sure how they did it, but it involves more rock climbing than I think I'm willing to do. I'm not sure if I'd be able to get back up. So we're gonna say this is as far as I'm going, and there's a big drop. I don't know if you can see this down to the ground down below. But we're gonna have lunch right here, somewhere around here, and enjoy this beautiful scenery at the grotto. Okay, just a beautiful day out today. Returning back uphill, back to the car. Not too far, about a mile to go. But a few people out here today, not a lot of people. Some of them were nice, but most of them were annoying. And let me just give you some friendly tips if you're planning on going hiking, if you don't want to annoy the other hikers. Real quick, number one, if you want to listen to music, great, nothing wrong with that, but use earbuds. Everybody else doesn't want to hear your music. And when you're hiking and you're playing music on a Bluetooth speaker or through your phone, you can literally hear that for miles, especially when it's echoing off the rock walls. If there's big rock walls where you're hiking, or canyons, things like that, don't play music out loud. Use your earbuds. Number two, if you're walking a pet, your pet's gonna poop, and you're gonna put it in a bag, you have to carry the bag out with you. If you leave it on the trail, now there's poop and plastic, ruining the environment. I would rather you leave the poop on the ground where it's gonna decompose rather than put plastic with it. Okay, number three, Kids will be kids, but you have to be a parent. I know you're trying to enjoy your hike and have fun with your kid, but I don't know if you heard those kids back there, but they came in there making a bunch of noise, screaming and stuff, and that's okay, they're kids. But then they hike up on top of the cliff above where I was sitting, and they start throwing rocks off the cliff. And I'm waiting for the dad to speak up. And the second time they throw the rock, he asks the kid, "Are you throwing rocks?" And the kid goes, "Yeah." And that was the end of the conversation. Rock number 3 comes flying down. Finally, I had to speak up and go, "Excuse me, there's people down here, don't throw rocks, please." And I'm thinking to myself, why am I yelling at your kid and you're not? So just be a parent. I know you're trying to enjoy your day, but people are going to get hurt like that. So control your kids. And then don't litter. I've seen a bunch of garbage. Not a lot, but a water bottle and some other stuff laying about the trail. So that's why I like quiet trails. You don't run into problems like that, but just some advice if you're going to go hiking. Be responsible. Pick up after yourself. Control your kids. And be quiet. Anyway, and then everyone will enjoy themselves. Anyway, we're going to continue up back to the car. And those clouds did burn off just like they said it would. And just a beautiful day on the Grotto Trail. Back to the car. Whew. All right, we made it. Boy, it's warm. Look at me, I'm sweaty, I'm red. Whew. I needed the exercise, I'll tell you what. It feels good. My back feels all right. My legs feel fine. My right leg is partially disabled. That's why I can't do a lot of climbing on rocks and things. I mean, I can still scramble on my legs and hands, but when it comes to kind of scaling things, my right leg just isn't flexible like it used to be, and I was afraid I wouldn't be able to get back up that rock. So I didn't go all the way down, but it was still beautiful. Great hike, other than some other annoying hikers. It was still fun. I still recommend this hike. It was beautiful. I wanted to get this hike today because it's going to get hot again this week, and today was kind of the perfect time. Looks like it's 78 or 79 right now, and today was the perfect day to get it in before it gets too hot. So fantastic, beautiful. Thumbs up all the way around, except some of the other hikers. You know who you are. Behave yourselves. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this episode. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed. And we've got lots of amazing stuff coming up in the near future. And I'm planning stuff for the not so near future as well. You want to be subscribed. You don't want to miss what's coming up. I'm going to make an announcement in a few months. Look out for an announcement for what's coming up. Big plans for the channel. So it's going to be exciting. In the meantime, make sure you're subscribed. Hit that thumbs up. And we'll see you in the next video. And that means it's time to say, until next time, we'll see you on the road.